Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is iRush in his Progetto. I thought I had the spacebar, apparently I didn't. But this is a tier 10 game on mines. So, I'm gonna seem a little bit clairvoyant in this game because this is not my second time recording it. This is my third. The first time, the video decided not to actually hit record or something. Or it corrupted upon completion. I don't really know which. We're gonna pause here for a second. The second time, my face cam melted away, so I can't use that footage either. So third time's the charm, right? But before we get into all of that, if you didn't see the WZ132 said he's gonna rush the hill and he'd like some help. So, everybody who can is going to try and help on the hill. Also, before we get started, if you think this deserves the MVP for the week, then please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, then the MVP for the week is the hero of the week. Whoever's video you guys think deserves some gold for their contribution to the channel is, so you guys vote by hitting the like button, right? And if you like this kind of stuff, then please subscribe. And all things, thank the Patreons. Patrons are the core of me being able to produce this stuff all ad-free. So without them, this would not be possible. We're going to hit the play button and rock on into this. So the replay mechanics still are bad. And I don't think it accurately shows what he's loaded. So right now he is fully reloaded, even though it's only said 2 shells. And I think at this point he now has all 3 again. Anyway, so this tank is really amazing if you don't unload the entire clip. Or that's not really amazing. Its strongest suit is if you only fire 1 shell, 1 shell, 1 shell, 1 shell, right? If you do have to unload the entire clip though, ooh, nice shot. Then you're going to find yourself faster and faster, becoming incredibly slow, which is a little bit of a paradox, right? But because the reload stretches out longer and longer and longer, the temptation becomes fire 1 shot and then, oh, so he's got the side out of this AMX 5120. There's no reason not to unload his entire clip. However, now he has to wait. And he really wants to wait for his entire clip to load back in, right? Instead of just half of it, or 1 shell. Because if he just keeps firing 1 shell, it's going to be huge wait times between reloads. And that's what he's just done. He's just reset his clip time. So it's going to be a huge reload. No, you gotta wait between. You gotta wait for that full reload, otherwise you'll never be able to fire as many shells as you want to be able to fire. And so, yeah. If he does wait for that entire reload, though, he will be rewarded with a decent rate of fire. I'm not gonna say that the rate of fire on this thing with full clip is good. It's not amazing, but it's not horrendous either. However, if you're always firing that last shell out of your clip, then it's gonna be bad. Nice job. That is the kind of time where you're always gonna want to fire that second shell, because the first shell didn't quite kill him. And if you're training this like a single fire gun, if you're playing a single fire gun tank, like say that E75 down there, who doesn't have the ability to, ooh, nice job, and he wants to put the third one in, and he can't. So we're gonna pause this for a second so I can finish my sentence and start another thought. So if he had waited for the full reload and then just been, I don't remember what my thought was. Oh, bother. Oh well. I hope I got the point across, because I ain't gonna remember this anymore. With that 5120 though, and the E75, he unloaded 2 of his 3 shells into the E75, and the last one into 5120. He would have done better had he unloaded 2 of his shells into the E75, and because he couldn't hit that last shell, If he just waited for the reload, he could have emptied his magazine into the AMX and killed it, versus now it's on 69 health. And it's just going to be a problem. So either he overestimated how much damage he does, or he just wanted to fire that last shell. And I understand that temptation, but with this tank, you're going to really have to be able to control when you fire shells and how much waiting you're going to have to do in order to make this tank really perform for you. If you're always just firing that next shell, then you're going to end up with horrendous reload times. And this tank is not going to work out for you. But if you're keeping this reload in mind, this tank can really be quite nice. Also, I didn't realize until just now how overpowered this position is for a tank like this. Something with either an autoloader with good gun depression, or this thing. This is a great position because you can just terrorize the enemy team without too much repercussions. Now he is looking over here. And he is looking to kill these guys or get spots on. Maybe I can't. Obviously, the 268's over there. Scorpion G is behind rocks over there, or rather bushes. So this is a spot you come to maybe spot enemy tank destroyers in along here, but of course there aren't any right now. So the only two targets he's gonna have are these two guys. There's an artillery back there somewhere. And of course those two guys are actually on the other side of that peninsula. So it's these guys he's looking at killing. But the only way down there is to go down there. So that's what he's going to do. Okay, so with the new jagged way these cliffs are shaped, rolling down them is next to impossible. And at the end there, Irish fell the last, halfway, right? Whatever that turns out to be, 20, 30 feet. He just plummeted that last 20, 30 feet. If there hadn't been IS-3 here to catch his and break his fall, I'm pretty sure he would have died. As it was, he took 800 damage. And got himself stuck on his side. And only thanks to this E75 coming along and giving him that nudge does he manage to get back into the fight. Now, the rest of the enemy team is dead, so he doesn't necessarily need to be back in this fight. At this point in time, he's just going to start taking damage away from the E75. So maybe the E75 shouldn't have been such a nice guy. But, nah. One other thing I do want to make note of is something obviously iRush didn't notice. Where is it? Right there. So he is actually aiming through. He actually could have stopped here, aimed through this window, hit the T-92, and never been in danger of getting shot in return. As it is, he could actually stop here, where in line with his batchat, aim through this destroyed window into the other window, and be in no danger of being shot by the T-92. However, if he goes around this corner like he's going to, there is a large danger of being shotgunned. He is auto-locked onto the T-92 through the window. He should have stopped here and fired. Well, he didn't. Thankfully, though, the T-92 somehow missed. And we don't get the kill because the Batchat sniped him through the window. But, oh well. Great game anyway, and we're gonna pop over and see his battle results now. That was good enough for a second class master badge. Fire for effect. Unfortunately, no epic medals, but still not bad overall. He is second most on damage done, only being beaten by a tier 10. He actually beats out the Batchat and the Gagzilla. It's a tier 9, my bad. I'm still living in the days when the 263 was king. But he is far and away more experienced than anyone else on the team. Well done, sir. For almost hitting every single one of his shots, this was a great job. And nice short little game too. I've pushed it a little bit, but not much. So thank you all for watching. Please hit that like button if you want to make this hero the hero for the week, the MVP of the week. And please subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. And also feel free to become a Patreon if you want. And the patrons are awesome. So if you want to chip in even as little as $1, it really does help the channel a lot. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This ioEther out.